One important note before we begin. This list includes commercially available fragrances, one-of-a-kind collector pieces, and bespoke perfume commissions. They're all among the most expensive creations in the fragrance world, even though they aren't sold in exactly the same way. With that in mind, let's start with number 5. JR Perfumes, Bolt of Lightning. Number 5 on our list is a little different from the rest. When people talk about mysterious, secretive luxury perfume brands, one name comes up again and again: JR. The perfume is called Bolt of Lightning, made by a brand simply called JR Perfumes. Now, here's the strange part. There isn't one clear price you can look up online. Small bottles have sold for a few $100s per ounce in store. But because full bottles are so rare and so hard to get, collector prices can go way higher. And honestly, they change a lot depending on who's selling and how rare the bottle is. JR isn't run by a big fashion company. The initials actually stand for one man, Joel Arthur Rosenthal, an American-born jeweler. Before Perfume, he was already famous, maybe even more famous, for his handmade jewelry. Collectors have paid millions of dollars just for one of his jewelry pieces at auction. His clients over the years have included names like Elizabeth Taylor. He has a private boutique in Paris, and he runs it completely on his own terms. No big signs, no flashy displays, just quiet exclusivity. And when Rosenthal decided to make perfumes, he treated it exactly the same way he treats jewelry. He wasn't trying to make something for everyone. He wanted to make something personal, almost like art, not a product. He doesn't advertise. He's never had a big celebrity ad campaign. There's no social media push. In fact, his tiny perfume counter inside Bergdorf Goodman in New York is hidden in a quiet corner, and reportedly, many Bergdorf employees themselves don't even know it's there. Here's something that really shows how different this brand is. In the past, staff at the boutique reportedly wouldn't even tell customers the price of a bottle until after they had already agreed to buy it. Not before, after. That's how confident, or how mysterious, this brand is about its own value. And that's really the whole point of JR. This perfume isn't famous because millions of people wear it. It's famous because almost nobody does. You can't order it online. You can't find it in a regular mall. It's only sold in 2 places in the whole world: his Paris boutique and that hidden counter inside Bergdorf Goodman in New York. Because so few bottles exist, resale prices among collectors have climbed way above what people originally paid. Though exactly how much depends on the bottle's age, condition, and rarity. In a world where most big perfume brands are shouting for attention, ads, celebrities, huge launch events, JR does the complete opposite. No noise, no hype, just quiet, extreme exclusivity. It proves something interesting. Sometimes the most luxurious thing isn't the one everyone's talking about. It's the one almost nobody's even heard of. Number 4 on our list. Clive Christian, number 1, Imperial Majesty. Luxury perfume has always been about great craftsmanship, but every once in a while, one perfume comes along that changes the whole game. For a long time, this was that perfume. It's called Clive Christian number 1, Imperial Majesty. When it launched, it sold for about $205,000 per bottle. And this wasn't a one-time internet claim. It's an official Guinness World Record for the most expensive perfume ever sold commercially. The man behind it is a British businessman named Clive Christian. But the story doesn't actually start with him. It starts way back in 1872 with a perfume company called Crown Perfumery. Queen Victoria herself gave that company special permission to use the royal crown as part of their brand, something almost no other company was ever allowed to do. Over 100 years later, Clive Christian bought this old, royal-approved perfume house and turned it into one of the most respected luxury perfume brands in the world. And Imperial Majesty became his biggest, boldest creation, a way of showing exactly what his brand stood for. Now let's talk about how it actually smells. It opens with bright, fresh notes, bergamot and Sicilian mandarin. Then it softens into gentle flowers like jasmine, rose, and ylang-ylang. And underneath all of that, there's warm sandalwood, vanilla, and rich wood notes that give it depth. It's not loud or overpowering. It's smooth, classy, the kind of scent that doesn't shout. It just quietly says a lot. Around the neck, sits a solid 18-karat gold collar, shaped like a royal crown, and right on top, there's a real 5-carat white diamond. So this wasn't just an expensive bottle sitting behind glass. It became something closer to a piece of history. Half perfume, half jewelry, half royal keepsake. Even today, whenever people talk about the most luxurious perfumes ever made, this name almost always comes up first. Not because it's new, but because it's the one that basically started the whole idea of $1 million perfume in the first place. And that's number 4. Up next, we go even bigger. Number 3 on our list is DKNY Golden Delicious $1 million Fragrance Bottle. When most people hear $1 million perfume, this is probably the bottle they picture in their head. And it's not because of what's inside it. And yes, the price really is right there in the name. About $1 million. It was made as a one-of-a-kind piece, not something you could just walk in and buy off a shelf. This one wasn't made by a mysterious perfumer. It was made by 2 names working together, the fashion brand DKNY and a famous jeweler named Martin Katz, known for making red carpet jewelry for Hollywood celebrities. Back in 2011, they teamed up for one big idea, to celebrate New York City, the city where DKNY was born, using fine jewelry instead of paint or fabric. And what they built is honestly hard to believe. The bottle is shaped like an apple, and it took almost 1,500 hours to make. That's like someone working on it full-time for over 2 months straight, non-stop. It's covered in almost 2,900 precious stones from all over the world. Over 2,700 white diamonds cover the surface, making it sparkle from every angle. Yellow sapphires are placed to look like the glowing city skyline. There's turquoise stone to represent the ocean, and rubies and emeralds are placed to represent famous places from different parts of the world, showing that New York is a city for everyone, from everywhere. On top of the bottle sits one very special stone, a rare 2.43-carat yellow canary diamond. And here's the thing, every single stone was placed by hand, not by a machine, one by one. And here's the part a lot of people don't know. After it was unveiled, the bottle went on a world tour, stops in the US, Europe, and Asia. And the plan was to sell it and give the money to a hunger charity called Action Against Hunger. But here's the twist. At the time, several people, including beauty writers who were following the story closely, pointed out that DKNY never actually confirmed the bottle sold, or exactly how much money, if any, made it to the charity. There was a lot of buzz and press coverage, but very little proof of what actually happened after the tour ended. One writer joked at the time, "Bottle's worth $1 million, juice inside, about $5. Whatever really happened with the sale, the bottle itself became legendary. Even today, people still bring it up as one of the most iconic perfume creations ever made. It's proof that sometimes the bottle becomes just as famous as the perfume inside it. And that's number 3 on our list. Coming up next, we go even higher. Number 2 on the list is Le Mont-sur-Mesure. You walk into one of the most exclusive perfume shops in the world. But you're not there to buy a perfume. You're there to make one just for you. No one else gets it. It's called Le Mont-sur-Mesure. That's French for the world made just for you. And the price? Over $1.5 million for the first bottle ever sold. That makes it the most expensive perfume ever. And if someone wants it covered in diamonds and rubies instead of gold, the price can go all the way up to $10 million. The man behind it is Jean-Pierre Moriali. He runs a French luxury brand called Moriali Paris. He says his family goes back almost 1,000 years and that they used to be nobles in Europe. The story goes, one night he had a dream. In the dream, one of his ancestors, wearing full armor, told him to bring honor back to the family name. When he woke up, he decided to build the most exclusive perfume brand in the world. He almost never does interviews or shows his face in photos, so a lot of people online think this whole story might just be clever marketing. True story or not, here's what we do know is real. This perfume isn't sitting on a shelf, waiting for someone to buy it. It only gets made after someone asks for it. First, the buyer sits down with the master perfumer and just talks about their memories, their emotions, big moments in their life. There's no menu to pick from. The perfumer builds the scent from scratch based on that person's story. This takes anywhere from 6 months to a full year, and each bottle gets its own number because only a few have ever been made. But the smell is only half of it. The bottle itself is a work of art. We're talking about almost 2 kilos of real 18-karat gold wrapped around it, plus hand-placed jewels. Some versions have over 700 diamonds just around the cap. To show it off, they didn't do a normal launch event. Instead, they took the bottle on a private tour of huge mansions in Los Angeles. They compared it to Fabergé eggs, those famous jeweled eggs made for Russian royal families. Guards followed it everywhere, and you needed an invite just to see it in person. To show it off, they didn't do a normal launch event. Instead, they took the bottle on a private tour of huge mansions in Los Angeles. They compared it to Fabergé eggs, those famous jeweled eggs made for Russian royal families. Guards followed it everywhere, and you needed an invite just to see it in person. You can't just walk in and buy this. You have to apply. You talk with them. You wait months. And by the time it's done, you're not just a customer anymore. You're part of the story of that bottle. This is one of the most expensive perfumes in the world, but it's not even the most expensive one on this list. That one's coming up next. Number 1. Schmuck, approximately $1.29 million. At the top of our list, a fragrance unlike anything else ever created. Schmuck is an Arabic word meaning deserving the highest, and every detail of this creation was built to reflect that. Standing 1.97 meters tall, almost the height of an average adult, it doesn't look like a perfume bottle at all. Its exterior is decorated with 3,571 diamonds, certified by IGI and GIA, alongside nearly 2.5 kilograms of 18-karat gold, almost 6 kilograms of pure silver, plus pearls and topaz. But the real story is what it represents. The design tells the story of Dubai through symbolic elements. Dura, the pearl, honors the divers who once risked their lives searching the Arabian Gulf before oil was discovered. Baz, the falcon, reflects patience, strength, and a tradition still practiced across the UAE today. Abjar, the Arabian horse, symbolizes nobility and endurance, and Amal, the city of the future, represents Dubai's record-breaking skyscrapers, space ambitions, and relentless drive forward. The fragrance itself took more than 3 years to perfect, built around rare Indian agarwood, Turkish rose, amber, sandalwood, and frankincense, reportedly lasting more than 12 hours on skin. Schmuck was created by Asghar Adam Ali, chairman and master perfumer of Nabil Perfumes, with artisans from Italy, France, and Switzerland, bringing the vision to life. It holds the official Guinness World Record for the most expensive, commercially available perfume. Luxury has always been as much about imagination as ownership. It's about seeing what happens when creativity is given almost no financial limits. And whether you think these perfumes are masterpieces or simply extravagant works of art, there's no denying they've earned their place among the most remarkable fragrances ever created. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of ultra-luxury perfumery, let me know in the comments which one surprised you the most. And if you had the opportunity to smell just one of these creations, which would you choose? If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe, because next time we're shifting from million-dollar collector pieces to something much more practical. The 5 most expensive perfumes you can actually buy and wear in 2026. Until then,